Listen, let me just introduce who you are to everybody on the channel. Our channel is Forte, and it's all about walkout music and getting people ready to fight and in their state of mind so they can overcome obstacles. And when we talk to you, Joe Bean Esposito, you're the musician, the rock star of You're the Best, and a song that really changed a generation, and especially for Gen Xers and like us, when we hear that song, man, we get so excited and so pumped. It's one of the most requested songs for MMA fighters when they walk out.
Yeah, not only that, I've seen Manny Pacquiao walk into the ring. I've seen it on football commercials. Yeah. You know, I got to tell you, when that song first came out, you know, I did it, and Bananarama tune, Cool Cruel Summer, was the hit. Other than that, 20 years goes by. My son, one of my sons, became a professional baseball player, went to Arizona State, then went on to pitch for the Colorado Rockies. He goes, Dad, you're not going to believe this, but all these pitchers, they're using your song when they come out to warm up. I'm like, are you kidding me? And that's kind of, I got the inkling that something was going on there, and it became like a sports anthem. I mean, hey, thank you. That's all I could say.
That song, I heard that the history repeats itself, and it wasn't specifically made for Karate Kid, was it?
First of all, I didn't write it. I didn't produce it. I think it was produced by Bill Conti, the guy that did the Rocky theme.
Yeah, okay.
And Allie Willis was wrote the lyrics, and she also wrote Boogie Wonderland and the Friends theme, and a very successful songwriter who I knew very well. They knew Sylvester Stallone liked me, so it was originally presented for Rocky III. But the Scotti brothers, who had a record company, had Survivor, and they had Eye of the Tiger, so it got bumped. I mean, of course, that's a great song too. And but the director, John Avildsen, directed Rocky III, also directed The Karate Kid. So that's how it wound up in The Karate Kid. But History Repeats Itself was about Stallone losing to Clubber Lang, and then he came back and he beats Clubber Lang. So it fits for Rocky III, but not necessarily for The Karate Kid. And there's your little trivia.
I love it. How does it feel to sort of, I mean, history is repeating itself right now. So I remember watching it for the first time and running back home. I think I was about 14 and doing crane kicks to your song at home in the garage.
Wow.
Now we've got the switch, the universal switch with Cobra Kai versus Miyagi-Do, and the resurgence of the characters as fathers and their kids. How does that feel right now?
It's unbelievable, and it inspires me. It's like the song as a motivational song, and it feels great. There's a lot. I just came home. I did a commercial for this company called Grizzly, and it's about an internet iCloud storage for passwords. And the premise is, I can't find my password. The wife goes, it's on Keeper. Oh, great, you're the best. Yeah, you're the. And then all of a sudden I sing, you're the best around. So I did the commercial, and then you guess who calls me yesterday, and I didn't realize it. Josh Gad, you know the actor, Josh Gad. He was Olaf in Frozen. He wanted me to sing "You're the Best" today because he does these podcasts or these Zoom things with the cast. He wanted to surprise them, and I said, I'm flying home today. I mean, so we're going to do it another day. And I thought he was a video guy. I had no idea. It's like, you're talking to Josh Gad. And when I saw his picture, I'm like, I know who this guy is. So this is Geoff. This is what's going on. Like it's like all this crazy stuff is going on. Hey, you know what? I'm very happy to do anything and be anywhere at this point. Believe me. We've been home, hunkered down since March. So, and I was a little nervous about getting on a plane, but I did it. Everything is good, and look, I'm happy to be here doing this with you and to share this with anybody who wants to listen.
And I love it so much. And in this day, and as everyone in the world is going through the struggles, the one thing that Forte does, our show does, is we do walkout music because we all have obstacles in our lives.
Absolutely.
And none of us really know what the other person's going through. And when you hear that song, it gives you a glimmer of hope, and it also allows you to, never going to get you down. If you get knocked down, you stand up.
Right.
And man, I really appreciate you for performing that song and rocking out to it. And I just love the fact that history's repeating itself and it's back there again. Have you been watching the show?
I did. I've watched all 2 seasons. And I can't wait till season 3 comes out. And, you know, guess what? Yesterday also, here's who got me in touch with Josh Gad, was one of the creators of Cobra Kai called me. His name is Josh. And he said, you know, we took a lot of flack for not playing your song in the first 2 seasons, but we did it on purpose. Because everybody used to say to me, hey, I'm watching Cobra Kai. They play every song, but you're the best. I said, I have no idea. But now in season 3, they're going to be using it. And he got me in touch with Josh Gad to do this little thing for the cast. Yeah, just great stuff, you know. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I got to pinch myself sometimes. My wife keeps me, listen, if it wasn't for my wife, I really think I was something.
Fantastic. When you're singing that song, what goes through your mind? What kind of brings out that sound in you?
People ask me that all the time. How do I sing the way I sing? I'm like, you have to ask God. I have no idea. You know, I started out as a kid on street corners in Brooklyn. You know, there were like 4 to 5 million people in Brooklyn. So that I was around a lot of talent, a lot of different Black, Spanish, Jewish, you know, Catholic, all different types of people. So I get all these influences growing up. And most of the kids that I sang with never went anywhere, never left, you know, or got in trouble or whatever. I stuck with it for some strange reason. I never stopped. And it's all that I take up on stage with me. And when I sing, it's just the experience of life, I guess. I mean, that's the only way I know how to explain it.
It's fantastic to talk to you. I love the fact that you're flying all over the place now to have a second resurgence in this song and of your career. And really, when you get a sound like that, and especially in times like it is, I think it's really important. History is repeating itself. And man, I got to say thank you so much for the way that you perform that song. I'm super excited to hear it in season 3. They already got it in the trailer. And
they made a new track for it. It sounds great. It really sounds good. You know,
fantastic. Anybody you want to thank that from those days and going forward?
There's so many people. The guys I grew up with, Eddie Hoganson and Bruce Sedano, we started the Brooklyn Dreams. You know, we sang, I don't know if you know, but I have a history with Donna Summer.
Yep.
I co-wrote Bad Girls. I sang Heaven Knows with her. She let us tour with her. She kind of gave us our first real big break. There's Susan Mineo, who managed Donna. There's my partner, Randy Hall, who I work with here in Vegas, Jimmy Ina. So many people that have helped me sustain through the years that I have a lot of people to thank. My family, my wife, my kids, you know, and I guess that's it.
Well, man, it's fantastic, and I want to thank you. And I know there's a whole bunch of MMA fighters out there that that's the song that gives them the courage to get into the ring and perform. And thanks so much for taking the time. Stay safe, my friend. Stay strong. And one last question: are you Miyagi-Do or Cobra Kai?
Yes. I don't know. I would have to say. I would say Miyagi-Do. I'm always like, you know what? The one thing I'll say about that show, what it's missing, is Mr. Miyagi. He was such a big part of, you know, that but it's still a great show. And yeah, listen, I wish them the best. I'm happy for them. That, you know, this is like, what a great idea to carry on 30 years later, and then you see how the story evolves and where it goes. It's a great idea. And I got to tell you, these MMA fighters, I give them a lot of, I'd be afraid to get in the ring with any one of those guys. They got a lot of heart just to even step into the ring.
Me too, man. Well, I think that your song is going to get played even more, and I'm super excited to see it. Thanks so much for taking the time, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Geoff.